Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing the start of my blog for the Culturathon Volume 2, which is the theme is black music, and I have two reads to talk about in this video. So first off, I have been creating bingo boards for the readathon. So I have this little bingo board, and then I have books that I went through my ebooks and audiobooks, and I just wrote down titles that I think would fit. And yes, I'm pretty proud of this. And then the next couple of pages are spaces for me to write down what I've read and just a little quick review. And I made these all in Canva and But the first one is Crumbs of Passion by Jack Harbin. Jack Harbin, you may know as author who wrote Meet Cute Club. He also wrote, I think, Brothers, and there's this whole little novelette series called Encounters. He also wrote The Babysitter, which is one of my favorites. But Crumbs of Passion follows two rival true crime podcasters who, at the request of one of their dead fans' mothers, makes an episode, does a collab, and it's about them sort of discovering that the assumptions that they had about each other were wrong. It was very cute. It was only 2 hours long, but just the audio, because this is original audio from Audible, the audio production was top tier. It was so good. I really, really loved it. I loved Emery. I loved Calvin. I loved so good. And it sounded like you were listening to a podcast. It sounded exactly like that, and there was effects, and it has the same sort of level of quality like a Star Wars audiobook, where all the sounds and are just there, and it was really, really good. And then I read something by author Sierra Simone, which is American Queen. The audiobook again was very, very good, but it's a modern retelling of Arthur Camelot mythology, and it follows Greer Galloway, who serves at the pleasure of the President of the United States and has a sort of affection for Emery Small, who is the Vice President. A lot of the aspects of the mythology are really well done, but Emrys is Merlin's name, it's his name when he gets older, and it bugged me that there was Merlin and there was an Emery when the trilogy is really supposed to be Lancelot, Arthur, and Guinevere. That being said, the minute I played the audiobook, I was fascinated. It was an intriguing audiobook. I didn't really like Greer for the first couple of chapters, but again, she's very naive for someone who grew up in politics. But I really enjoyed it. I also got a delivery of meals today I have to fix up. Yeah, this prompt for American Queen was hit 'em up, a cover you would diss. And I'm gonna just diss on this cover just a little bit, because the rest of the covers are the two men in the series, and they all have limbs. She has no arms, and it's very creepy, and it almost looks like a statue of the Venus de Milo without her limbs, and it's just very, I don't know, I like some aspects of it, but the others I'm just where are your arms? Oh, also for Jack Harbin's Crumbs of Passion, the challenges were Itty Bitty Piggy, which is a small book, and Material Girl, which is a black queer book. So that's allegedly three prompts that I've already done. I have started American Prince, which is the second book in the New Camelot trilogy, but I'm also deciding on whether to start a Beverly Jenkins book, because that's for the two prompts of Feeling Good, a classic, and Brown Skin Girl, written by a black woman. But I'll let you know. So I got two things in the mail today, and I'm very excited about it. And they're sort of they're Funkos, so I sort of collect them, but I'm very specific about the ones I collect. But since at time of recording the Miss Marvel show is about to drop, I picked up Kamala Khan from Marvel's Avengers. The Marvel's Avengers is a video game series, and she was in I think the latest at time of recording, or at time of I know about the latest iteration. She's the main protagonist, and it's just, I love her in this. I love Kamala Khan. I'm very excited for the Miss Marvel show. Like, oh my god, she's a bobble-headed. She's one of the bobbleheads, so it moves. But I also went, because the retailer that I bought this from was having a end of the financial year sale, so they were like, I think like 20% off everything in stock, and I got the VHS special edition Belle holding the enchanted mirror Funko Pop. I love Beauty and the Beast. I just really adore it, and this is the cover from the VHS that was released, and I love this movie so much, and just this is going to go on my shelves. It's going to look beautiful, and she's not coming out of her case. I also just want to do a quick little haul of books that I got recently. So I have Spy Family Volume 4, 5 and 6. 5 and 6 are in my room, but when I went to Supernova I bought volumes 5 and 6. This I bought from an Australian company called Manga Mate, which is one of like an online manga store that's in Australia. And I've got volumes 1, 2 and 3 coming through the same shop, it's just on back order. As you can see, I picked up this issue of Multiversity Team Justice, but I regularly pick up comics. So I did also get the Pride issue, Batman Beyond issue 3, which I really highly recommend this series, especially if you love the Batman Beyond TV show. Poison Ivy #1, this was really interesting. It seems to go more into leaning into her as like a villain, an eco-terrorist. Then we have Dark Crisis #1 in this gorgeous cover. This is the variant cover. I've read this. This is the start of the Dark Crisis arc. Then we have Nubia, Queen of the Amazons #1. I have not read this yet, nor have I read Dark Knights of Steel #7. I do have more. I did get the Tim Drake special, and I also got Tim Drake special and a lot of the other ones. So I just brought more. So these is volumes 5 and 6 of Spy Family, and this series basically follows Lloyd Forger, whose mission to take down this evil dude is to infiltrate this kid's school, and he needs a daughter, so he then adopts a daughter who's a telepath who can tell that like Lloyd's mission, and then the school requires a wife, like both parents to be present. So then he finds a wife in the Thorn Princess Assassin Yor, and it's just crazy bonkers, and it's really, really good and really, really fun. And I really, really am enjoying the series. I then also have School of X, which is a collection of short stories in the X-Men universe. This one I bought specifically because Amanda Bridgerton had a short story in it. I read it, it was really good, and this copy is actually signed by Amanda herself. Maisie, enjoy the adventures with the X-Men, Amanda Bridgerton. Like, I also, before the con, my friend picked up for me Miss Marvel Volume 3. This is the hardcovers. This collects issues 1 to 19, or 1 to 12 of the 2015 run of Miss Marvel by G. Willow Wilson. I have been watching the Miss Marvel show. It's really good. I'm really enjoying it. And the last couple of comics I got were Batgirls #7 by Becky Clooney. I also got Superman Son of Kal-El #12 in the Pride variant edition, and the Tim Drake special, which this I did check it out. It does contain the first couple of issues from Batman Urban Legends, and then 2, I think, separate stories. I'm really, really interested to read this. So that's pretty much all I'm gonna wrap up in this clip. And I am so close to a bingo on my bingo board for this readathon, which I don't often like go for, like I don't try to go for the bingo, I just enjoy the ride. Oh, if I try again an author you've read before, or Feeling Good a classic. Oh no, I've got to read work as well. So I'm so close to like a couple of them, and it's going good. I'm really, really enjoying it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next clip. So this is just going to be a very, very quick update to my For the Culturathon vlog. Now, I went to Supernova in the last couple of weeks, so I'll insert some hopefully pictures and footage from that. But on the train down, I did read some things that counted for one of my prompts, and this one was to read, to continue a series. So in the DC 2022 Pride anthology, there was a story based around Kid Quick and the teen justice team. And then to continue on with that, I read Multiversity Teen Justice issue 1 featuring Kid Quick and a whole cast of heroes. And this is written by Danny Law. So I am counting it as a crush on you to continue a series. And I'm so excited. I will go over the other challenges. So I'm using Multiversity Teen Justice number 1 for Crush on You, which is to continue a series, Voodoo Child, which features magic, and Purple Rain, because there's purple on the cover in this like little sequence. And I highly recommend this first issue. It was really good. I also read, and I can tick off finally, I've already ticked it off, but Chosen by Fate, which is We Belong Together. And this was Taste of Her Own Medicine by Tasha L. Harrison. And how this worked is I put up a poll on my Twitter, and whatever author was chosen, because I didn't put a book, but whatever author was chosen, I had to pick a book off their list to read for this challenge, and that was the book Chosen by Fate. The thing had Tasha L. Harrison win, so I chose Taste of Her Own Medicine, which is an age gap, small town romance. It was older woman, younger guy. It was really, really fun, and there was a lot of discussion about how, you know, if she wants to do this, she should do it, like damned anybody else. And it was like dealing with the outfall of divorce, and it was really good, and I really, really enjoyed it. And I think the guy named Atlas was totally like well named. Like I loved Atlas as a character, and I loved Sonia. And just, yeah, it was a really good book. So I've just finished reading Queen, Nubia and the Amazons, number 1. This is written by Stephanie Williams, who also wrote, I think, the majority of Trials of the Amazons. She wrote Trials of the Amazons, where Nubia was crowned queen. So this is to the prompt to try again, an author you've read before. So I've already read Stephanie Williams before through Trials of the Amazons and Nubia and the Amazons. So that makes it a 3. Oh my god. With this done, I have, if you can see, 3 down and 3 across. Bingo. Oh, I love that. I still want to read a classic, which is one of Beverly Jenkins' books. And I also want to read The Work prompt, which is a Caribbean author. I did buy a Caribbean book of short stories, so I might just read a short story to get that prompt done. But I think I'm really good. I do have another readathon which is coming up, which is the mini round of Breath of the Wildathon, which I might, and I'm going to use one of my books from this readathon for this, which is, yeah, so I've got 2 days before this starts on the 25th of June because I have the horse perk. Anyway, I just wanted to update and just, it's coming along so well. I am just going to quickly wrap up my readathon experience for the Culture just very quickly because I realised I didn't do an ending clip. But I completed the readathon. Yay. I only had 2 prompts left, but I think 2 prompts out of how many we had is like pretty great. So for Itty Bitty Piggy and Material Girl, I read Crumbs of Passion by Jack Harburn, and that was great. I loved it. Itty Bitty Piggy is a short book, and Material Girl is a book written by a black queer author. I enjoyed Crumbs of Passion. It was like 2 hours. It was great. Then we had American Queen by Sierra Simone, which was which is a cover you would still would diss that American Queen cover, but American Queen by Sierra Simone was just, if you were like something that just keeps you reading. But I also like the sort of Guinevere, Arthur, Lancelot sort of tension between all three characters, and it was interesting. Brown Skin Girl, which was to read a book by a author of black author, was Scoring Off the Field by Nubia Simone. It was okay. It was basically a friends to lovers spicy book. It was great. Then we had Purple Rain, Voodoo Child, and Crush on You. A whole bunch of prompts, like purple on the cover, featuring magic, and continue a series. And I read Multiversity Teen Justice #1. Really fun. Try Again, which is an author you've read before, was Nubia, Queen of the Amazons by Stephanie Williams. This also doubles for Any Place, Anytime, which is somewhere you would like to visit. I would love to visit Themyscira. Feeling Good, which is a classic. I chose N.K. Jemisin and Emergency Skin. I highly recommend, if you're into like really creepy stuff, to get Emergency Skin. It is free on Kindle Unlimited and Kindle Unlimited Audio. We Belong Together, A Taste of Home Medicine, which was, I believe, We Belong Together was a book chosen by fate. So I put up a poll on my Twitter. This book was chosen. Also Stilettos, because the main female character, Sonia, is a boss-ass character. I really, really loved her. The last one was Work, which was a short story by Caribbean author Alexa Arthurs. It's called Brown Light-Skinned Girls and Kelly Rollins. This was insightful. This was just like a sort of reflective sort of story of a college girl who meets another girl and sort of the privilege divide between the two. I really, really enjoyed it. I really, really enjoyed it. I want to read more of the short stories that Alex Arthurs wrote. So that's my wrap up. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.